To women, I will definitely say do not take any kind of abuse. You have to say no. So, this book is my autobiography. It's my calling card also. Most people have a small visiting card. This is my visiting card. The book starts with my journey at age 10 when I lost my father. And my mother during those days had only done schooling while I was doing my graduation. When I was in high school in the ninth standard, I had a romance with the boy next door. So we had to both finish our studies, he had to get a job, and then we got married. So after that, I had 3 children. Having 3 kids, I decided to work. 1 year down the line, I switched my job and I went into journalism. The next 5 years, I was a journalist and I started looking for another job. And then I went into investigation, raids. That's how I came into Singapore. And then multiple things happened, which is like chapter 2. My son at that point had not got a job. Shortly after that, he got a job. So I thought my prayers were answered. But God had a different message for me. While he got a job, my daughter, one of my daughters, she got raped. And I decided at that point, I did not know whether I would get justice, but I knew that was the right thing to do. And so I decided to fight for justice. Of course, society said, don't do it. I have mothers who have talked later, they said, we wouldn't have done it. Yet I said, it's not an option. I will do it because my daughter has to live with dignity and not with guilt. Every time such cases happen, most people will say, oh, what happened to the girl? What happened to the survivor? They never ask what happened to the family. But I finished the court case. Lockdown happened, and I knew that I had to write this story. And so I wrote the story. During the case, I had not slept, as I told the court, I had not slept for more than a year when the case was going on. And when afterwards I wrote the story, it was 7 months non-stop writing. So this book is about everything in the workplace, how I navigated people, in personal life, how I navigated marital life, in-laws. So this book is like a tool. No sexual assault person recovers. They live with it. And they live with it with all kinds of depression. They live with it with illnesses. They live with going into a shell. I gave her the thing to move forward with some amount of closure, some amount of dignity, right? It's always the victim's fault. What did you do to invite the incident? They never ask the accused, what were you doing? Why were you like this? Those things are not asked. So every time in the world over, it doesn't matter which country and wherever it is, this is the kind of reasoning, this is the kind of thinking that people go through, and that's why people keep silent. Because it takes a lot of mental space, financial space to go to court. It's not easy. So my daughter has moved on, that she lives a normal life and she pursues her passion, which was always in the dance arena, and she carries on with life.